Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Entertainment only and matchy. Gotta love it. Okay, gotta be careful I don't blend into the background. Now, a few of you have commented about volume issues. There is absolutely nothing that's been changed from this end in regards to the volume. And nothing changes between videos in regards to the microphone and the volume. So all I can suggest is that YouTube, again, are playing funny games. Check your settings. Try to engage your stable volume option. Not always available, but that's a YouTube problem. Sadly, it's not a me problem. There's nothing I can do about it. So I do apologise for that, but it is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, just absolute thoughts going to those in the Caribbean in the path of Hurricane Melissa and those that are on the outskirts as well. Hitting Jamaica, I believe, with expected 320-kilometre-an-hour winds. I cannot fathom how horrific and the power of the winds there. So all part of Mother Earth readjusting herself, and sadly we are going to have to get used to this new normal of extremes, drier droughts, wetter wets, windier winds, etc., as Mother Earth is trying to reset. Okay, what I'm going to do, I had a fabulous session with my soothsayer yesterday, but I'm going to leave that reading to absolute last because it was so amazing that if I actually do that reading, I don't think I'm going to read on anything else because the energy was just so incredible. So let's start with a few lower vibration subjects to start with. Gosh, I'm really looking forward to when I don't have to do these any longer. Now, I'm going to have a look at the information that's come out in regards to the orange twerp having had an MRI. The MRI occurred, I believe, about 6 weeks after he had a suspected stroke, brain hemorrhage, however you like to put it. And that is apparently, according to doctors, the actual time span where they do follow up MRIs to see what's actually going on. I posted a video in my posts section, so if you either go to this symbol under any video, this was my 50th birthday present to me from me, painted by a beautiful friend called Valerie Maud. Valerie Maude is her surname if you want to Google her, and I have a few of her artworks around the place as well. But if you go to this symbol under any video in the circle or you click on Meister Tarot, it will take you to the main page and you'll find posts on that page. It used to be called Community, which made so much more sense, but whatever. Okay, he's also, so on Air Force One, he let it slip that he had an MRI, which was very unusual, and there had been no news that came out about the fact that he'd had one or what it showed. And he's also, so the video I've put in the post section basically unpicks what's happening. The fact that specialists believe he's had a stroke on his left side, which has affected his balance, which is why he sort of wanders. His dementia is also going through rapid decline as well. I think Occupy Democrats posted the written version of a speech he did to the military, the American military in Japan. And what? It was just, you think his old stuff was word salad. This was just absolutely, what the hell did he say? Sentences were just a mishmash of words that really didn't go together. But the video I posted is showing him sort of struggling with his balance. His dementia is in decline, and he claimed to have done a cognitive test while he was at the Walter Reed. Now, I have family that have done this cognitive test, and it's basically you get the written version of a time, and you have to write that written version, draw that written version on an actual clock face. You are given a series of words that you have to repeat, random words that you have to repeat, not necessarily in the same order. So basically, what they're doing is looking at, can you make links between the words, and to be able to identify outlines of animals, etc. Now, what I'm going to do with this reading, I'm using my Trip and Wait tarot, which is what I use for the Orange Twerps health readings. But guess what? When I moved, I found this in the drawer. And a little extras box. Now, the little extras box has um, designed to be added to the existing printed Trip and Wait tarot deck, created in the same colourful psychedelic style as the originals, and they are all major arcanas. So I've basically doubled the number of major arcanas in the deck. That has made the deck incredibly fat, so I will poker shuffle it in increments, and then I will do overhand shuffling for it. So what do we need to know? I believe David from Tarot by the Bay, I haven't had a chance to sit. Oh my goodness, just so few hours in the day. Not helped by, I went to the plant nursery this morning and bought a range of herbs to pot up at the back door for this new house. But I want to have, so David from Tarot by the Bay did a reading on his health using not dates or times or anything, but using the solstice, and had him passing by the winter solstice. Now, what's that, 22nd of December. Now, I've always gotten that he's going to have a massive stroke before he passes, that he's going to be trapped in his body, and it is going to be reflective time, but he's not going to reflect. He's just going to be, oh gosh, they're slippery cards. Such a big pile, they keep sliding off each other. He's not going to reflect. He's just going to be full of his drooling hate and venom, as we know he is. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look. For those that have been with me for a while, I've always seen him in a grey. Oh gosh, always happens when we read on him. A grey vinyl winged back chair, picking at the piping on the armrest, drooling and muttering to himself. There's a big window beside him with it. He's basically all in a corridor type situation. There's a big window beside him overlooking a dreary afternoon, a day out. Grey walls, grey flooring. It feels very much like a military facility that he's in. No family or friends visiting. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh dear. Let's have a look. What's happening? Gosh, this is a very fat deck. I don't know that I thought that through correctly, but let's have a go. Let's have a look. This MRI, what did the MRI show? What did the MRI show? They're the machines that it's like a donut that you go through, and they take slice by slice images. Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we took slice by slice images. We've got the three cards fell out. This one, which is the specialists discussing his health in secret. We've got the Tower moment, and we've got the Knight of Cups, which I suspect is an inadvertent admittance of this MRI, because now, of course, the public are demanding to know what it showed. So let's have a look. What do we need to know about this MRI? Will it be made public? And what did it show? Will it be made public? And what did it show? What do we need to know? The Orange Twerps MRI. Seeing an image of a brain. The Twerps MRI. Sort of, there's a red area just lit up, and it's sort of back. That's his left side there. So it's because I'm looking at the brain face on, so it would be the opposite to what I'm seeing. This down here, I don't know what this area is. Just lit up red. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to put you on hold for a second. Hang on a sec. Okay, looked up the anatomy and functional areas of the brain. So this area here, you're looking at the short-term memory, equilibrium and emotion, which is the temporal lobe. You're also looking at the auditory area, the hearing, but also, and very importantly, is the Wernicke's area, which is written and spoken language comprehension, which would very much explain why he's struggling to put his words together and coherent sentences. So a combination of balance. What are we looking at? Number 2, these short-term memory and its equilibrium. So there's the other version of the tower cards just popped itself out at me. Okay, and we've got the specialists working together, trying to come up with a solution. So this is highly specialized doctors with that King of Swords. So his balance and his short-term memory and his ability to string sentences together is all affected in that particular area. Seriously. As I went to continue shuffling, both of these popped out at me, the Tower and the Tower card. He's in big trouble. Now, I had a look at, someone mentioned his cankles in Malaysia in the meeting when he was up on the stage. He has been known, he did publicly complain about having to stand behind the podium in the Oval Office. I mean, he is 80. Behind the podium for presses, and so he wants to be able to sit down, and we've got an ending coming. So he wants to be able to sit down at the desk, but he was sitting on the stage, I think with the Malaysian Prime Minister or President, I'm not quite sure, and it wasn't simply cankles, it was shankles. His entire lower legs were drooping over his shoes. I don't know how he gets his shoes on, to be honest. Okay, so what do we need to know about this MRI? Oops, there's a spotty dog coming in. What do we, having a look at the... There's a spotty dog with his... That's why he's called Spot, because of his big spot there. So I've put a dog bed just down beside the desk there. He's just coming in to suss it out. Okay, so what do we need to know about this MRI? What do we need to know about this MRI? What and is it going to be released? Let's have a look. What do we need to know? Trapped in his own body. Sorry. Okay, this card obviously wanted to come out as well. They're trying to keep a lid on it. He is going to be ending up trapped in his own body, and it is the ending for his legacy. This is also can be the family coming around, wills, probate, all the rest of it. And they're desperately trying to keep him on track. And this is why they're overreaching at the moment, the regime, because they know his time is significantly limited, intellectually trapped within his own body. They're trying to keep a lid on the situation. So, he dobbed on himself, and panic mode was the panic button was hit. They're desperately trying to keep him upright and on balance. So show us this MRI. Show us this MRI. Show us this MRI. Will we find out what is in it and what was in it? They're going to make an excuse with that Knight of course they're going to make an excuse. I mean, you don't have to be a tarot reader to know that, but what's going to happen? We're going to find out what the MRI showed, and oh, I just remembered Denise Knight was having terrible pains on the left side of her head. Okay, a while back now. Okay, let's have a look. What do we need to know? Entertainment only. I'm not a doctor. Not a doctor. Let's have a look. Come on down. Sorry it's taken this long to now I hope that light is good. Let me move you back just a little bit. As I said, slippery cards, and it's a huge tower of them. Oh, that's really interesting. So the lighter colour are the new cards. Now, I poker shuffled these intensely through my old Trip and Wake cards so that they were sort of scattered, really scattered. But look, they've all ended up back together again. That's interesting because I'd been poker shuffling portion by portion this whole time. Okay, let's see where we go. Obviously, they prefer the older cards, but with a few new ones interspersed. So the Knight of Pentacles, they're going to, the regime, and you can say KKK Levitt for starters, is going to put forward some implausible excuse about his health. Okay, we know that. Don't need to be a tarot reader. The challenge is the World card. Oh, nudie bits. Haven't done these cards. Okay. Right, let me just get my pendulum and put it over the nudie bits. Gosh, sorry, my bad there. Okay, the World card. The challenge is the World card. The end is nigh. At the foundation, we've got the Sun. So 2 major arcana and a court card. Full exposure, full revelation. I'm actually drawn to the fact that it's with the Sun that the guides have chosen to put out there is an Asian elephant. I'm not quite sure who the blue figure is on top. I'm sure one of you can tell me. But the Asian elephant, and the Sun is about full exposure. No more hiding. The clothes, the Emperor has no clothes energy. And on the bottom, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's see where this goes. In the past, some readers have this as the Republican family. It's my voter card. It's about unity. It's about coming together, families coming together. Now, wasn't just watch for the family coming to see him. But it is very much about the voter in the past. Okay, let's see where we go with this. Crowning the reading, the Page of Pentacles. So yes, there is going to be some information that comes out about his health. It won't be the full. So pretty much. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles and then the Page of Pentacles. It's the Knight of Pentacles is the mercenary as well, so they're going to come up in the here and now with some sort of excuse that is not going to ring true. Okay, and the immediate future is the Tower. Again, I get it every single time. He's not far off. He is not far off this situation, the world situation, the Wheel of Fortune situation. Externally, Temperance. Goodness, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana, 5 including that on the bottom. The Temperance card externally trying to spin the story, desperately trying to bring rebalancing to his ability. Keeping him upright. Weekend at Bernie's stuff. I did say, oh gosh, forever ago, feels like, that they would weekend at Bernie's him. Basically, prop him up. There would be the use of AI, and we've seen that to try and make him look like he's still viable. There will be pre-recorded videos that come out that are declared as live, and we've seen that as well. So just be aware. Okay, internally, they're circling the wagons around him, the circle of support. Oh, this is a new card as well, so it wasn't just Major Arcana. Interesting. Okay, as I said, I'm in new territory here. So internally, we've got the Three of Cups, and this Temperance here is pouring from cup to cup, trying to alter his medication. You've got those surrounding him, keeping him propped up internally, making out as if everything is okay. Okay, and then we've got that Knight of Cups. A lot of cups. Cups are to do with emotions, but they are also to do with elixirs. They're also to do with relationships, etc. But so we've got the Knight of Cups here. So we've had the Knight of Pentacles, and now we've got the Knight of Cups. So current, going forward. So the Knight of Cups here in the hopes and fears is offering a new solution, offering some new medication potentially. Could also be an offer that just doesn't hold water about the Orange Twerp's health, but let's see where it goes. Okay, the outcome, disappointment, unable to harvest the health. When I'm talking about health, pentacles mean health. When I'm talking about elections, they mean votes. And if I'm talking about money, they mean money, etc. So the Seven of Pentacles, an inability to make it right, looking at options, looking at alternate options, and none of them are good. It's rapidly declining into a nightmare situation as his as his mental health declines, as his intellect declines. That was really interesting that I was picking up that part where it was, I don't know the brain, I'm not a doctor, but it was the ability to coherently speak, the short-term memory, and balance, which we've all seen. Okay, so the Nine of Swords in decline, it's turning into a nightmare situation, and we're going to reach a judgment point, and then we've got the Death card. Now, death doesn't necessarily mean death, it simply means an ending where he is down for the count. It's going to reach a point where it can no longer, oh, and there's the Sun card, the second Sun card, where it's going to, it just cannot be hidden any longer. They're looking at options, and they just can't. They just can't hide it any longer. Okay. On the bottom, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Magician. So the karma coming and biting them on the bum, but it also means that those that were on top, the wheel turns and they end up on the bottom. The Magician, which is about manipulation, and then we've got the Six of Swords, packing up the truth and trying to move it forward, but the Knight of Swords, it cannot be denied. The Three of Wands, which is about coming up with a new plan in the face of this Tower moment. You've then got the Page of Wands, bringing forward an announcement that puts them on the back foot with this vascular event. They're gonna attempt to spin it, but it's going to be so obvious to everybody. Oh, the MRI was nothing. It was just part of the standard procedure, which those in the know, I believe Dick Cheney's doctor, came out and said, no, it's not a standard procedure. It gets ordered if there is concern, if there is a reason for it to be so. Okay, so I'm not going to do a prediction on timing. just know that once once I'm just going to bring you down to show you how I'm shuffling this deck because it is so. This is how I was shuffling these new cards into the old ones. Oh, secrets being revealed with the High Priestess. And yet they all ended up back in the same location. It was just all very random shuffling. Um, just know that when enough have woken up. Oh, and so I also posted in my post section, Pennsylvania is they've found 13,000 votes. 2 out of 3 boxes of votes were not counted in an area in Pennsylvania on the night. So there's a lot of election fiddle faddling coming out, and this was after that particular lot of fiddle faddle coming out. Sword of Truth, High Priestess, about vote manipulation on so many levels. Now, isolated, they don't seem like a lot. Together, they are huge. Okay, now I'm going to have to do my little scribblies on, on that new big fat deck. Okay, thank you for joining me. But when enough people wake up, that is when he will demise. Now, I believe Snap runs out this week. So I'm going to have a look at that as well. And the military, who got paid their base wage but didn't get paid all the other incentives. And now there's no more money left to pay them next time if the government doesn't open up. So let's see how it goes. I shall catch you shortly. Take care.